Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, entertainer? So today I'm going to be doing a recap of the Bad Blood Part 1 episode. So y'all, this episode got on my nerves. It really did. Like it got on my nerves. Like now I could kind of see why a lot of the girls on BGC 10 wasn't feeling Rocky. And it's maybe because of how she was acting in this episode and it was edited out on BGC 10. Because it's like I felt like I was Christina watching that episode. Like, can you stop with the duh, like Christina, like that whole thing? Like, I feel like that's not really Rocky. Like, she doesn't really talk like that in her regular life. Like, if she's talking to her friends, she's not gonna be like, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like the Anne type of vibe with how Anne's in her confessionals. I asked her questions. Shout out to Anne, but like you get what I'm saying. It was just really irritating. So they show them arriving, and shout out to Now That's TV and the whole Bad Blood production, because their editing style, I love it. It is amazing. It looks high quality. Their camera is high quality. Their audio is high quality. You could hear every crisp, everything. You could see everything clearly. So I wasn't annoyed about any of that. That was perfect. Okay. It was Rocky that was getting on my nerves. So they show them arriving. Christina's like, the reason why I'm even doing Bad Blood is because I like how they're raw and how we are able to tell our side of the story without it being edited and stuff like that. So yeah, and then we see Rocky coming. She's like, "It's Rocky, bitch." Yeah. So like, I'm here because this Christina's mad because I knocked her out her socks. I knocked her out her socks. Christina, why you mad? I'm like, I was getting so irritated. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I was getting irritated. So Rocky ends up meeting with Amer. I think I pronounced his name wrong, but shout out to Amer. He knows who he is. Formation Productions production producer. So he meets up. She meets up with him, and her typical Rocky move. She's just like, yeah, like I don't want to come to fight. Like I'm not coming to fight. Like I'm coming to talk to Christina, but like she's mad because um I knocked her out her socks. Like she's doing the most. Like I don't know why she's so mad. My whole thing is with the whole boxing match. Rocky, you know what you did was wrong. But at the end of the day, Christina, you shouldn't have been that dumb enough to trust the bad girl. Okay? What did y'all be saying on BGC? Never trust your bad girl. You should have never did that, Christina. Told you, Christina's very gullible with people. I feel like she lets, like I said before in other videos, she lets people get too close. And she doesn't really kind of have a huge good read on somebody and judge them from there. She kind of gives them a chance and ends up getting effed over at the end. Okay, so after that happens, she's talking to Amer. She's just like, I don't want to end up in like the sink, like on TV, like duh, like it's Rocky, bitch. Like giving a shout out to Persuasion. I know Persuasion was watching that whole episode mad. Okay, she was probably like,
What you looking at?
I was looking at you on top of it.
Bitch, you can look at them like that, but don't you dare look at me like that.
she was like, what you looking at me for? Why I gotta be in this? Okay, she was giving that type of vibe, which I was like, poor Persuasion. She's gonna be infamous for doing that. Okay, for getting put in the sink, bro. You get put in the sink, bro. So they Christina ends up FaceTiming Mikey. If you guys don't know, Mikey is on Bobby's I Love You Per show. If you guys don't, the one with the hat. He hasn't taken off his hat since the first episode. I'm one to talk because I never take off my hat in these videos. But so he's FaceTiming her, and then she's basically telling him, all the things Rocky's done. She feels as if Rocky holds a lot of resentment because of the baddies thing. I really do not feel like Rocky has any problem with Christina, except for the fact that she felt as if she should have been on baddies instead of her. I feel like that's the bottom line. I think that's her like main problem, to be honest. Okay, that she wasn't on baddies South or baddies ATL, and Christina was supposed to be on both, but only appeared on one. So she's FaceTiming, and then Mikey's just like, I love you, and I think that you're great, and I think that you're amazing, and you're my best friend, and I love you with all my heart. Mind you, this guy I think barely knows Christina. Christina says he met him off the internet. I'm like, oh my god, Christina, here you go again. Like Jesus, he just sounded so ingenuine. It wasn't even funny. So we get to the sit down, y'all. We get to the sit down, okay? And it's a short recap because the first episode was like 30 minutes, so it wasn't that long. We get to the sit down, right? So Christina's already sitting there. She's already on her bully-ish. She's just sitting down like this.
What's up? What's up?
Okay, she on her what's up? Do something. She on her do something type of vibe. Okay, on her do something type of vibe. So Rocky comes around the corner. She's like, Christina. So Christina turns around, just looks at her walking as Rocky walks by to sit at the table. Let me tell you about the setup. I actually do like the setup with the whole table because it forces them to actually have a conversation. Like I said before, with the conversation, it's 2 chairs. Okay, that could easily be moved and you guys could start tussling. For them to be able to fight, they would have to go around the table and actually throw hands, which would take a little bit of time. So I feel like that's why this show works better than the conversation, is because we can at least get to hear them talking a little bit and they don't just get straight to fighting and being stupid. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about Bad Blood. So she sits down or whatever. Rocky starts talking to her. So she's just like, so like, Christina, they told me you want to like talk. Like, bitches telling me you want to talk. You know, in the Rocky voice. So then Christina's just like, yeah, I wanted to talk because you've been talking real greasy about me on the internet, Rocky. Like, you've been talking real greasy. If you guys don't know, like on Instagram and stuff, Rocky was calling her Natalie's minion, especially when Natalie and Christina were close at one point, calling her minion, throwing shots at Christina because basically, like I said, she wanted to be on Baddies. I'm telling you, had Rocky been on Baddies South, this whole episode wouldn't have even happened. Had Natalie said, hey, Rocky, I got a spot open for you. Christina decided she didn't want to show up. Do you want to be the next baddie? Best believe she would have showed up and this conversation, this Bad Blood episode would be non-existent. Okay, that's just what I think. So Rocky starts acting all bougie and stuff. And I like how Natalie is used as a mysterious person, like the Proud Family wizard Kelly.
Remember, no talking so we can all enjoy and hear tonight's feature-length film, which will be brought to you in...
And they talk about her and refer to her as the Chin. They're like, yeah, you were mad when I went with the Chin, okay? When I went with the Chin, and you just was mad that I was following behind the Chin. And I'm like, now she's like a mysterious anomaly. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? That to me was hilarious. But like I said, Rocky to me, she wasn't being honest whatsoever. She tried to make it seem as if it was about the whole boxing situation, which I think it has to do with the boxing situation like 10%, but 90% she want to be on Baddies. So Christina reveals some tea too, that Rocky owns a part of the Bad Girls boxing franchise. So Christina claimed that she was chosen by Rocky to fight her on the Bad Blood episode, which I'm like, interesting, because we see early in the episode when Rocky was talking to Amor, I keep pronouncing his name wrong. I know I'm getting his name wrong, but when Rocky was talking to Formation Production, Rocky was like, oh, like when I heard I was fighting Christina, like I was like scared, like I don't want her to beat me up, like I don't want to get knocked out, I don't want to get put in the sink. So she was capped, like the cap was on her head. I'm just saying, the cap was on her head on this episode too. Well, better yet, the extension.
It's the cap for me.
Yeah, the cap is on your hair, on the top of your head.
The cap is
the
on
wig
your
is the
hair.
cap.
So, yeah, we see that later on. I think her extensions end up getting pulled out because they've posted a little picture, sneak peek of extensions on the floor somewhere. So, like I said, I really see why a lot of people didn't like her on BGC 10, and I just hate the fact that Rocky keeps bringing up baddies because it's making her look kind of desperate, especially if she's having them on her show, because it's like, why are you talking about it so bad if you don't like the franchise or the network and blah, 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 blah. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys thought about this first part. It wasn't long, like I said, so I'm looking forward to part 2. Hopefully, I'm waiting to see what's in that voicemail. Okay, what's in that voice note? Okay, that Google voice note. It better not be Natalie talking or something. Next thing you know, we hear grr, and they hear yeah. So Christina, Rocky told me that you were talking mad about me. Like, you get what I'm saying? It better not be anything involving Natalie, because Christina mentioned that it was high level execs, so it better be, you feel me, some deep tea, especially if Rocky's in the confessionals bawling her eyes out, which I'm just like, okay. So let me know what you guys think. Entertainers, we are out, babies.
No personal thing.